5 minutes out, guys. We're waiting right at 6 o'clock for the internet. It's going to be live right at 6, so that's what we're waiting on. If y'all have any questions, buyer number's over here to my left. And again, right at 6 o'clock, we'll kick this off. No, checking the mic. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Buy where Cliff Sound. Buy where 20, 30, 50. 100,000. 125. Now 200. Now 300. Where 4, 5, 5. Where 6,000. Real good. Real good.
Tag 2 Barra Founds on here. That could be a Wham! Here I Am. Never Forget Sister. That Never Forget Sister raised the Reserve Grand Angelo this past time. Lauren B on tag 5. That'd be a Smoke Another, and that sow would be a Twigs Kirby. That sow would be the grandma of our foundation gilt at the Elite, the reserve crossbred there at the Elite, and then class winner at Houston this past year. Smoke Another was a next, never before from Kyle Knopf as well. So that's good. The Blue Nose Bear tag 7. He's going to be a mate to tag 2 in the last pin. Again, those are Wham, Here I Am, Never Forget Sister. And the other Blue Bear would be tag 8 that Landry's on. That guy would be a Smoke Another on French Kiss's mom. Sal Ray's like the reserve cross in 22. She'd be basically a littermate, or be a littermate sister to Disco at Laird's, and then like would be the aunt to My Speed there as well. That's good. Tag 10 that Landry's on, he's going to be a mate to the tag 8 in the last pin. Those are 55 litters. There's a good amount of them in the sale. They'd be Smoke Another again on the mother of that reserve cross at San Antonio we had in 22. And then the Brokeback Bear at tag 11, he's going to be a Smoke Another Roberto on 33.6. 33.6 is one of our better sows. He hadn't been off the wire very long, so that should all smooth out. But the sow's really good, and again, he'd be a Smoke Another Roberto. Grandma would be 33.6 sow. She's one of our better sows. She'd be a V40 on Disco's mom. That's good. The bear that Fallon's on would be a 56 litter. I believe he's tag 12, right, Fallon? Yeah, tag 12. So the 56s would be Smoke Another, Never Before. The Grandma sow would be a litter mate to Honey Nut, so it would be Smoke Another, Never Before Vendetta. Tag 14, the half belt that Reese is on. That guy would be a Smoke Another. That sow would be a Never Before, V40 Hot Route. The sow would be the aunt to the gilt we had at the Elite this year. And then the little bear over here in the corner, I believe he's tag 13. That guy would be a Smoke Another, Hood Meals, and then the grandma would be the mother of the Elite gilt we had this past time. The 14 would be tag 68. Again, we'll look at a couple of those. We'll look at a couple of the 56s. It's made to the tag 12, and then I think there's 2 or 3 of the 76 litters, the tag 13. So a couple of them in the sale. That's good. The dotted up bear, I believe he's tag 18. That guy would be a Smoke Another on the 33.6 South. So it'd be Smoke Another V40, Step 1 Kirby. I always kind of look like that out of her. We sold a really good bear at PT last year that Landry Altmers had. That was he ended up third at Fort Worth. We really liked him. That sow's always done a good job. She's a mother 19.7, one of our better sows. She was also the champion at Dallas as well. So kind of some good stuff. But again, he'd be a Smoke Another V40. And then the bear here, he would be another 59 liter. That guy would be a Smoke Another. Sow would be a Roberto on the mother of 18 there. So 33.6 again. That's good. Tag 20, the little guy that Fallon's on, that'd be the round 56 liter. Again, those are Smoke Another, Never Before, Vendetta. The tag 19 bear here in the middle, that guy'd be a 65 liter. He's going to be a heavy hitter on 19.7. We leased a gilt in the last sale. That brought some good money. It'd be a mate to him. We got a boar pig that we'll keep intact out of that same litter. Then we'll have one that will go down the road to Kings as well too. So 19.7 is one of our best sows. We offered him. We're going to take the others to little different sales and places. But one of our best sows. She made the third overall at Missouri State Fair. Had my favorite bear at our district show last year that won the last class. So again, it'd be a heavy hitter, Never Before, and then it goes back to 33.6, which would be V40 Step 1 Kirby. The tag 21 bear, he would be a Smoke Another 44. That's out of the champion Hamp at our district 2 years ago. She's always done a nice job. She missed last season because she aborted, but she had one bear this time. And again, that'd be tag 21, Smoke Another 44. Good. The two red bears would be Piranha Maximus. The sow come from Chad Day. The sow had a class winner at San Antonio, not last year, but the year before. They're kind of always skinny like this in the beginning, but they end up being really good feeding bears. Again, they'd be Piranha on a Maximus sow. I like him. That's good. What's his guy? 42. 42. The Belted bear that Reese is on there, tag 48, that guy'd be a From the Hip. That's the Wise Singer boy that me and Cameron bought at Kings last year. Again, From the Hip. The sow would be a Never Forget, Twigs. And then the bear, the target butted one that Fallon's on there, that's tag 51. That guy'd be a Smoke Another. Sow would be a Never Before. The grandma would have been Deadpool Barbie. That sow raised the grand bear at Austin that Lauren had in Should be a 62. There's a couple of those in the sale. Again, he's tagged 51. That's good. That pig does look good too. The 42 litter bearer that Landry's on, that sow would actually be the grandmother of the 56s in the sale. He'd be a Smoke Another as well. So Smoke Another on Honey Nut's littermate sister. The dot back bear over here, he would be a 46 litter, be a Smoke Another. Sow would be a Frenchie. The grandma sow would be the French Kiss's mother of the Reserve Cross at San Antonio in 22. Also, the sow would have been champion lightweight cross at San Antonio in 21. We'll look at a couple 46s as well. I think there's 3 or 4 in the sale. So that's good. Fallon's on tag 23, again another 42 litter bearer. That guy would be a Smoke Another, Honey Nut's littermate sister. And then the tag 22 bearer that Reese is on here would be a Smoke Another. Sow would be a Hood Meals. Grandma would be the mother of the Grand at the Elite this past time. That's good. We've got 6 Berkshires in the sale. 5 of the 6 are litter mates. They're all 61 litters. Definitely one of the better litters we've had, just in terms of consistency. Their mom's incredible when you look at her. They'd be Top It Off. The sow would actually be a Waterberg. And then back on Waterberg's sister. So again, a lot of the sows on our plates are bred pretty similar, minus just a few. But again, these guys would be 61, so they'd be Top It Off, Waterberg back on his sister. Lauren's on tag 27. Reese has got 26, I believe, right here, and then that's 31. What's yours, Landry? Yeah, 31. It's crazy. That's good. Three more Berkshires, tag 30 and I believe tag 28. Those are both the other 61 litter bearers. Again, those would be Top It Off, back on the long list of Waterberg, and then back to his sister there. Again, got tag 30, tag 28 that Lauren's got. The tag 29 bearer, he's actually a direct Waterberg. He's like a triple bred Waterberg, goes back to his sister. The sows are actually... The sow is actually 72 litter sow that she would also have raised the reserve Burke this time at San Antonio, so actually he'd be a full sib to that bear as well. So again, he'd be a Waterberg, and then a full sib to the reserve Burke at San Antonio this year. That's good.
Yes. Yeah. No, I would do both. But you definitely, brush that on those microphones and then grab and start. Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck with that. And I would definitely feed it too, for sure. No, it's just give them 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
The bear that Fallon's on here, tag 50, he'd be a Smoke Another. Sal would be again, never before, back on Honey Nut's littermate sister. He'd be another 56 litter. And then the bear that Lauren's on over here, I believe he's tag 49. That guy would be a Smoke Another on the mother, or actually the aunt of the gilt that won the elite this time. So. That's good. Three mate brothers, kind of just a little mix of breed. They would be Times Square. Their mom would be a Waterberg. Again, they'd be Times Square on a Waterberg sow. Fallon's going to be on tag 34. Landry's going to be on tag 32, and then Reese is on 33 here. Times Square was the boar that we sold at King's to Premium Blend. He'd have been a litter mate to the Reserve Supreme at San Antonio this past year that we had, the spot gilt. So. That's good. Pair of litter mates out of 33.6. Again, 33.6 was the V40 Step 1 Kirby sow. One of my favorite sows visually, and then just in terms of having pigs in the end that feed and do well. Again, these are the Smoke Another boar, the Next Never Son from Knopf. That's good. Trio Blues bred a little different. The hairy one here in the middle would be tag 40. The sow would be a Wham, or the bear would be a Wham. The mom would be actually a Hood Meals on the mother, the Grand Gilt at the Elite this time. The blue-eyed bear in the middle there, he'd be a Smoke Another. Sow would be a Twigs, Kirby. She'd be the grandma of our reserve cross gilt at the Elite, class winner at San Antonio, and the foundation gilt we sold this time too. And then the lighter blue hip bear over here in the corner, he's a 59 liter. That sow would be Roberto on 33.6, and again, he'd be a smoke another. That's good.
Machine is here.
2 litter mate brothers, again, they'd be 56 liters. Smoke another, never before, back on Honey Nut's sister. Tag 52 would be the narrow belt, and the wider belted one would be tag 53.
Hey, did like you ever text back?
No, he probably turned around.
But your dad said he was actually, I told him, he said, that's good shit. He said, but he buys a lot of my food, so you're going to have a lot to say. That's good too.
Yeah, I like that. Big bag of motherfucker. That's what I told you about for Hogan.
What's his number?
52.
What about that 52? Yes.
That's good.
You got a home for him. I seen him. Oh, we got him across the plate. Okay.
The bear that Fallon's on, he's going to be our leadoff. It's tag 57. He'd be a smoke another. Sal would be a Frenchie back on Sal we call hippie. The grandma, or that hippie Sal would be a litter mate to Disco. She would have raised a reserve cross at San Antonio in 22. And then the Sal actually would have been the champion lightweight cross gilt at San Antonio as well too. So again, it'd be smoke another Frenchie on that hippie Sal. Then the other belted bear would be tag 56. He's another 68 liter. That guy would be a smoke another on the littermate sister, or the aunt to the elite gilt, the grand elite gilt we had this past time. Again, 57. He'll lead it off for us tonight. Again, I'm pretty proud of him. I think that one has some unique pieces, and he's kind of looked like that coming out from day one, even in the nursery to when we set him down. He's not for everybody, but he's definitely out there. But again, to be a smoke another back on one of our best sows there, hippie. So. That's good. The bear that Lauren's on, tag 54. That's his littermate brother to tag 57. Again, it'd be smoke another Frenchie on the hippie sow. The narrow belted bear that Fallon's on would be another 68 liter. That guy would be a smoke another, never before, V40 hot route. The sow would be the aunt to the grand gilt at the elite this year. Again, those two 36.5 and 36.4. Those two sows have done really good for us. They go back to an old hot route sow that we got from Kensing. It kind of goes back to the champion lightweight bear we had at Denver that Lauren had. That was one of my favorite bears we had at that time. But again, those would be 68. He'd be a 68 liter. Smoke another. Sow would be a never before. That's good on them too. The whitetail bear that Reese is on, that guy would be a Smoke Another. Sow would be a Twigs Kirby. Again, the sow would be the grandmother of Class 1 bear at Houston this past time. And then the pair of elite gilts we had, the Foundation gilt and the Reserve Cross. The bear on the far side that Landry has, the flagtail, that got to be a From the Hip. Mama would be a No Moss on Vinny's mother. From the Hip was the Weisinger Weisinger boar we bought at Kings this past time that me and Cameron bought. So again, From the Hip, No Moss, back on Vinny's mom. And then the other bear here that Fallon's on would be a mate to the whitetail one, Smoke Another, Twigs Kirby. Fallon's got tag 59. Fallon's got 58. Landry's got 59, and Reese has 60 here. That's good. Three littler guys, definitely some of the younger ones, or maybe just got a little setback. The bear that Lauren's on here would be another 46. That bear would be a mate to the leadoff. So Smoke Another, Frenchie on that hippie sow. The half-belted bear going crazy here. He'd be a Smoke Another, Never Forget Sister. That sow would be the aunt to the bear that Reserve Grand we had at Angelo this time. And then the belted bear that Reese has on the far side would be another 42 litter bear. Sow would be a litter mate to Honey Nut, and he'd be a Smoke Another. So again, the 71 litter bear, I guess the half belted bear, out of one of our better sows. Just a little skinnier today. We'll have a couple bears mate to those. They kind of pop up in some places down the road, but we wanted to offer him for this sale. So that's good. The black-headed bear, tag 66. He'd be a mate to tag 51. There's actually two more bears that we'll look at. They're both 62 litters. Those guys would be Smoke Another, Never Before, back on the mother of the Grand Bear at Austin in 19. The half-belted bear that Fallon's on, he's tag 65. That guy would be a Next Intention. The mother would be a Never Before sow. That sow had the Reserve Division 2 pig at San Antonio a couple years ago that Kai had. I've got a littermate boar to him that we're going to keep as well too. So again, next sow would be a Never Before, actually a Never Before from Kenneth Kinsing. So, and then the belted bear, he would be a 56 litter, I believe. Yeah, he's a 56 litter. So that's another Smoke Another Never Before Vendetta. That's good. Two bigger bears. Fallon's on a 68 litter bear over here. That guy would be a Smoke Another. The sow would be a littermate sister to the mother of the elite gilt again. A lot of those 68 litter bearers in the sale. Then we got another 62 litter bearer. That guy would be mate to 51, mate to 66 in the last pin. They'd be smoking another never before. Sow would have raised the grandma sow would have raised the grand at Austin at 19. That's good. Pair of littermates here. They're actually going to be littermate to tag 48. The bear over here, they both be littermates, but from the hip, sow would be a never forget on Twigs. Again, from the hip was a quite frankly son that me and Cameron bought at King's this past time. That's good.
30 minutes, you about done with all yours?
The calico bearer here would be a next intention. Sal would be the mother of the reserve York at Fort Worth this time, so she'd be a Hold My Beer 71. Hold My Beer 71, Honey Nut Kirby. The Honey Nut Kirby would be a littermate to the reserve grand at Fort Worth. The Shacker family had. So good sow, good pig, just a little different colored. The black-headed Barra with the tiny crook in his tail, he'd be another 62 litter Barra. That guy's tagged 15. Again, the 62s have been really good. They're smoke another. Sow would be a never before on the mother of the grand at Austin at 19. That's good. The little blue bear that Fallon's on, he's another 55 litter bear. We looked at some of those. He's tagged 43. That guy would be a smoke another. Sal would be the hippie, or the mother, French Kiss's mom, hippie. She would have raised the reserve cross at San Antonio in 22. So his mom would be the grandmother of 57. And then the other bear would be another 66 litter. That guy'd be a Wham. Here I Am, Never Forget. That's good. We got tag 4 and tag 1 in here. Both littermate brothers. Sal raised the class winner at Austin. They'd both be Whams. Again, the Whams are a little skinny, but in the end, they've kind of fed. He also had the reserve at Fort Worth, a couple class winners at San Antonio. Had the reserve York at Houston, and then the third overall bear at OYE there. So again, Wham, mom would be a French Kiss. Had a class winner at Austin this past year. good. So that was the last of our barrows. We've got 3 gilts we'll show you. Then we'll roll into the consigners again. We'll probably do like a 10-minute break after we get done with all the consigners pigs. Then we'll start the sale. Again, we're trying to get through these things. Okay, so we got the 3 gilts. The chromed up gilt on the far side that Landry's on would be a 62 liter. The 62s were Smoke Another, Never Before. That Grandma Sal would have raised the Grand Bear at Austin in 2019 that Lauren had. And then the other 2 gilts are Littermate Sisters. They would be Smoke Another. Sal would be a Hood Meals back on the Mother, the Grand Gilt at the Elite. So some really good stuff. We wanted to offer some gilts that had good bears in the litter. They look good to make sows. So they're going to be bid to lease and triple the money to buy through the sale, and then they'll run through there as well. So that's good. So that's the last of ours. We got Cameron next, and again, it'll just kind of pass on to the consigners. Again, thanks everybody for coming. Let Cameron take the mic.
All right, these are night Showpigs consignments. We're going to lead off with the tag 77 there that Lauren's on. Would be a Buckle Up 2020 Twigs V40 Vendetta. That sow last year would have raised Kai Blunt's Reserve Dark Cross there at San Antonio. I think for the guys that liked him, I think they loved him, and this just comes in a little different package than that one did in terms of just being a little extra stouter about his bone work and a little shorter about his body. That's one me and Dad kind of slated to sell this weekend. Wanted to bring that one here. Just, Luke and them did me a solid there on that one last year, and that one's kind of been a freak or standout from day one there. That sow is incredible. It'd be our best sow. So that's tag 77. Really like that pig a lot. And then the other one there would be tag 78, the black-headed one that Reese is on. That one comes in a little bit different deal there, and he's also a Buckle Up, but maybe just a notch, more elevated and yanked out there in his front 1/3. So that's a Buckle Up backdrop. Gilt my cousins would have won a class with there at Missouri State Fair a couple years back. I think that one from the side is really unique. So lots of upside on these two. Again, tag 77, the one Lauren's on, would be Buckle Up on Carroll Jr., Mother of the Reserve Dark at San Antonio last year. Tag 78, Buckle Up backdrop there in the center of the ring. Our last two we drop in here are both sired by Heavy Hitter. So obviously, the first two were Buckle Ups and Heavy Hitter. I made that trip to January there to Laird's in Indiana, and kind of the tricked out deal worked for us last year. We had several bears there at Houston I liked, and obviously the Reserve Dark at San Antonio sired by tricked out. So me and Dad, we just said, let's load up on the two best tricked out sons we saw, and they were Heavy Hitter and Buckle Up, and that's what we did. So these are Heavy Hitters. The one Landry's on there, the black-headed black rump barra would be tag 79. Heavy Hitter Hero, that sow would have been one my cousin showed there last summer. That would have been reserve middleweight there at Missouri State Fair, crossbred gilt. She would have won the open show and been champion crossbred gilt there. Really exciting litter. We'll sell a couple litter mates I like also out of that deal next weekend at the farm sale. But really like that tag 79. The black one is tag 80. The black one is tag 80. He would be a heavy hitter. Hood Mills, second litter sow there. She would have had $30-something thousand litter at 151. Several of those pigs made the sale. I just think this litter comes in a little stouter package. So black-headed, black rump one, heavy hitter hero, tag 79. Solid black one there is tag 80. Heavy hitter, Hood Mills. Hood Mills was the Boble boar that Luke bought there a few years back. So, again, thanks to Luke and Fallon for having us. Really good set of pigs here. Y'all make sure and keep your hand raised. Get you something bought.
The next three coming in will be the Sanders show pig consignments. This pig here is tag 106. He's an All-American, which would be a boar we raised last year. He's an all-white tricked-out son, and his mom, All-American, would be tricked out back on a Last Dance sow that would have been a mate to the Lackey Bear that won the Hill District show, and then his mommy is another mate to that Barra that would have won that show as well. So we kind of lined up them sows, and I think this is kind of one of our favorite all-white show bears that we brought out. He is a crypt, so he will have to be fixed, so he won't be a boar. We brought him out to be a show bear, so that's what he is. Tag 106. The tag 105 that Lauren's on would be a heavy hitter, V40. That's how we would have actually bought out of the exchange from Lindner. We bought her bred. That's what that pig is. His mom would have been the mother of Cozart's Barra that won Austin in 21. When I seen that sow, I knew I had to own her, and that's what the one that Fallon is on is a heavy hitter, V40 from Lindner. And then the other pig, tag 107, he'll be our last one in the sale. He would be an absolute. We would have went to Built the Brand and bought an $18,000 bred female from Heimer. That's what he would be. That sow raised dang near $100,000 litter this spring. Sells a $50,000 winning Heimer Spring Showcase. That goes on to Purple Power as a boar, and then another $20,000 Barra that went out of there that was very competitive. I think this one just looks like a good show pig. So that'll be our pair of belted ones that we brought out. So that's kind of them. So tag 105 is a heavy hitter, V40, and then tag 107 is an absolute back on the Goosebumps Dirty Secret.
All right, this is Canesi Showpigs consignments. Who has tag 82? Fallon's starting off with our leadoff. That'd be a top shelf, back on a Just for Burke sow, back page. First litter gilt. Littermate brothers to that sow did a extremely good job at the majors that year. Had a couple placing bears. I think we had a class winner. Goes back to our 95 liter sow. And then Lauren's on tag 86. That'd be 20-2. That'd be a top it off. Back on a family jewel sow. That thing is pure. we are going to keep the nuts in Littermate Brother. Sal raised the champion Berkshire Gilt San Antonio last year out of her first litter. Thought that litter was very, very special. And then Landry's on tag 87. That'd be a 24-3. That'd be a top it off. Back on a Just for Burke sow. Sow line behind that thing's always fed. This is out of a gilt litter, but Littermate Brother was third at San Antonio, and that sow's had the champion Burke Bear at our district show 2 years in a row, and we put a lot of females back in the herd. So those things always feed very, very, very well. So we like those three pigs very, very well. And y'all have any questions, get with me later and we can look at them or talk about them. All right, the next two pair of Chesters. Reese is on tag 83. That'd be our second pig that we're going to run in the first round. He would be a big screen back on a Hill Jack sow. Sal's Littermate Brother was reserve at Austin 2 years ago that Leighton Phillips showed. And then Fallon's on tag 85, be a 16-2. He would be a burner phone on Proof in the Pudding's Littermate sister, which Proof in the Pudding would be a full sieve to big screen. So lots of sow power behind that. The sows behind there have generated very, very well for us. We think those things will feed very well. And then our last two, the Berkshire, I guess, wanted to roll. That'd be a 21 litter. That'd be tag 84. Be our leadoff in our second round. He'd be a roll play, which is boar over at Foots that we raised. That boar's done a good job on very limited sows at our house, and think those things always feed real well. And then Mom would be a Just for Burke sow. So those sows, those Just for Burks and Waterberg sows have done a tremendous job at our house, and we're very excited about that pig. And then Landry's on tag 88. That'd be our Poland entry. We don't have many Polands, but done fairly well in the past. That'd be a double bred, all due respect. Mom's Littermate Brother was champion at San Antonio 2 years ago. Kind of a good built skinny one, but think that thing will feed very, very well. If you have any questions, get with me in the back and we can visit a little bit more. Thanks.
This will be the start of Ammon Showpigs consignments. Just want to start off by thanking Luke and Fallon and the crew for having us down again. Our leadoff will be tag 89 and in the middle of the ring. Him and tag 94 littermates. Those are piranhas. Here's the deal. That Here's the Deal sow would have been shown by the Shike family last summer. She'd have been third overall in her division at Expo and reserve in her division at Louisville. That gilt going across the ring is tag 90. She is a 312 last at bat, unforgettable. That unforgettable sow would have raised the Grand Giltet Hill District 2 years ago, and that last at bat is a litter bait to the Reserve Division 1 barrow at Expo last summer that we raised. And then that smaller barrow, the 91 tag, that's a 12 litter. That is a crybaby. Here's the deal. She'd be a mate to the mom of the threes. She'd have been top 5 a couple times last spring in Missouri on jackpots and won her class at that state fair.
Hey, Tim, sorry. Trying to be. Gotcha. Trying to make a living here in hot-ass Comfort, Texas. It ain't 58 here, it's a hot road.
So these will be the other 3 for Ammon Showpigs. That crossbarrow is a slap-happy tell-all. That sow had a shug litter this past summer that won a county in Indiana and one that we have a lot of faith in. And then tag 93, that is a crybaby chief. That chief sow would have won her class at Illinois State Fair last summer. And then tag 95 is Kaboom Unforgettable. That Unforgettable would be the grand dam of that gilt in that first round we'll have, and she would have raised the Grand Giltet Hill District 2 years ago.
I think he needs to go to San Antonio. I mean, a guy like you may push him on to Houston. He's a June 20th. He's not huge, no. I mean, he could go either way. I mean, the guy that knows what he's doing. No, he's not big. He's like June 20th. He'll be 8 months old at San Antonio. I know. Yeah, I think.
This will be the pair of the Boble Pigs that we brought. I want to thank Luke and crew for having us. The thin-belted pig would be a Trick Daddy. Never before Red 7 Dirty. That sow would have raised Tatum Beck's Reserve Hampshire at San Antonio last year. That's a very, very nice litter. When we saved him to bring him here. That'd be tag 119. Tag 120 would be a Pass the Hat, which would be a boar that Sloan sold there at PT. That we bought a piece of with Beck out of a never before lock it up sow. So the thin belted boar pig is Trick Daddy, never before Red 7 Dirty. And then the bigger belted hog would be a Pass the Hat, never before lock it up. Tags 119 and 120. Thanks again to Luke and the crew.
Very professional. You look like a Pass the Hat.
Next 5 lots are RNC's lots. So this is the 98 litter. 109 will be at Gilt. We're going to do a lease option, and we talked to Luke, and he said go ahead and do a buy option as well. So these are litter mates. These would be burner foam boxed out. Boxed out sow would have been the champion at Indiana Stock Show last year. Litter mate would have been reserve grand at the National Junior Show last year. Another litter mate would have been 3rd overall Chester Bear at the National Junior Show and 5th overall Bear Expo last year as well. Another litter mate would have been champion Chester Gill at California State Fair. So really good sow. Again, these are burner foam boxed out. The Gilt's 109. The Barra is 110. The 112 Barra will be a burner phone Roscoe. That sow is 100. That'd be the 100 litter. The sow would have been reserve Grand Pure Gill at the Texas Nationals Prospect and the reserve Grand Pure Gill at Texas National Finale last year that the Mabry family would have had. She'd also be the mother of Check the Box, the boar we raised this year that we're using pretty hard at home. And then the 107 litter, which would be 108, he'll be our leadoff, and 111, their litter mates. Their burner phone box office, that sow would be the sow we bought from Russell Canacey a couple years ago on the exchange. She would have been supreme overall at Houston in 21. These are full sibs to last year's litters. We would have brought one of them barrows here. He was a sale maker at San Antone. And then a litter mate Gilt would have been the supreme overall at San Angelo last year as well. So a lot of confidence in these pigs. July pigs were really good. Really don't know how you want to pick them, but I think you won't be hurt any way you go.
The 3 white pigs here will be Weisum Brothers. Our leadoff will be 3-7. That'll be tag 96. That'll be a Keep Cool Ice 90-2. She's kind of our main sow there. She would have had the 15 litters last year. Champion light cross at Texas Elite, and then Let the Beat build, the boar we kept at the house. She had like top 5 bears in Texas majors in her first litter, and then her second litter would have been this spring. We sold a boar to foot. I guess he's still a boar, I don't know. And then this would be the third litter. This is the only male pig that she had this year. Second pig will be 10-7, tag 97. That'd be out of our tricked out boar, white one we had bought back on a last dance sow, which would be a litter mate to Dirty Gringo. Then 9-7 would be the tricked out boar again, Let It Ride on White Lightning sow. She would have been a litter mate to the class winner cross at State Fair, and the third that Luke's crew showed at State Fair last year in New York's.
Well, first off, thanks Luke and Fallon for having us out again. This is Cole Farms' single entry here. This particular pig would be an absolute kingpin. If you want to go back further, Grandma would be a gone viral sow. That same gone viral sow would be Trick Daddy's grandma as well there at Crossroads. Mother would be a maternal sib to that boar's mom. We're pretty proud of this one. Our June numbers weren't real good, so we went out and purchased this female from Jesse there at the Built the Brand sale this past spring, and we're sure glad we did. This one's been elite since he was on the sow and been a barn favorite for me since he was little bitty. So we're pretty proud of that one. If you have any questions, find me in the back. Thanks for having us again, Luke and Fallon.
This will be the F2 genetics lot, be a Shug, People Helping People. That People Helping People sow would have come from Wintex, be a litter mate to Berkwin's reserve hamp at the Alliance the last year they had it. Be the grandma to the champion in reserve lightweight dart cross the Elite this past year. She would have had the 5th overall lightweight cross at the Elite 2 years ago. This is the only belted male out of the litter. We thought we'd offer him here, but that sow line's been working pretty good for us. He's not real stick broke, but we think he's real nice. Thanks again, Luke and Fallon, for having us, and let me know if y'all have any questions.
Well, thanks to Luke and his crew for having us. This is the Canal Showpigs offering. This is a heavy hitter, 47 litter. We would have sold a litter mate at Lackey's last weekend as our leadoff, brought 29,000. We sold another litter mate online last week, or Tuesday this week, brought 20 male. We had this one kind of set back for this weekend. He was just a little bit smaller, I guess. Decided to bring him over here. He would be a heavy hitter on one of Rightfully So's full mate sisters. So what's unique about that, I guess, is heavy hitter. We raised the mom, and his heavy hitter's great grandma would also be this pig's grandmother. So it's intensely line bred, like we like to make them at our house. And we thought it was a very nice pig. Has a chance to feed extremely well, and the heavy hitters have been very well received across the country and at our house as well. So thanks everybody for coming, and like I said, thanks to Luke for having us again.
Want to thank the whole Lindner family for putting on this sale and having us out. Nick with IDK Genetics. We're going to lead off with the Duroc. The Duroc is a teardrop, which teardrop is the sire of Crybaby and grandsire of Tearjerker. The bottom side would be Unbroken, the mate to McCormick's Reserve Champion Duroc there in Denver in 22. Very good, deep litter. We'll be selling a couple more of those this weekend. And round 2 would be a Say Win, Bend the Knee on a very good gilt that my nephew showed there 2 summers ago. This would be her gilt litter as well. Holler if you need anything. We'll be in the back. Thank you.
These are K-Max Livestock's consignments. I want to first off thank Luke and Fallon for inviting us out, for letting us bring these two to consign. We're going to lead off with the Yorkshire appearing tagged 128. He's a Stumps, last dance never before. His mom would have just raised the champion Division I York at San Antonio this past year. The Duroc on the far side, he's a Bury My Bones drop zone. I would have showed his aunt in 2021, which won her class at Houston and San Antonio, and his grandma would have raised the reserve Angelo Duroc Barra in 2020.
These will be Court Farm entries here. This will be our first year to consign to Lindner Farms, and I want to first say thanks to the Lindner crew for the hospitality and inviting me to consign pigs to the sale. We start out here with my favorite two. These would be Wild Side on a tricked out. The pig there in the center of the ring would be my favorite I brought this weekend, and an animal I really enjoy looking at every day of his life. The littermate here would be, I think, tag 100. The other one's a 99. and that's all I'll say about them. Dropping Yorkshire here, or Yorkshire pairing, not papered, and a littermate crossbred. White one will be a next intention, stay classy. Gilt, no lease option there, just straight up buy. We don't lease gilts. Good animal. Then the belted hog here would be a littermate to the last two. That hog's got a chance. He's got to do the right things, but one I think is very, very neat in a lot of places. Again, thanks for having me. Got any questions, or if you want to yell at me about how your bear did at San Antonio, I'll be by the beer cooler.
Both of these Poland bears are out of Hundy, the $100,000 boar that we sold to Beeman after breeding season this year. Really like the way that one's stamping them is just as far as mass. The little one here will be the second one actually we run in there. That one will be a Hundy ADR. A lot of stoutness, just a lot of muscle in that one. I think that one could cruise into Houston or be a lightweight at San Antonio, whatever you wanted to do there. The bigger one there is a Hundy on a shag carpet, one of our old faithful sows. That pedigree looks like it's really going to work, and the way that he's going to flesh them things up as they get older, and the look that one has, I really like that one too. Really pair that we're proud of here. If you have any questions, let us know in the back.
Next in, McKinley Showpigs here. Thanks to everybody that invited us and had us out, has put in the work and time. We bring you three of them. The lead-off will be the belted or wide-belted one there. That's a Kingdom Man, Cruel, Best Man. That Sal's had a few good show pigs for us over the years. Class winner at Dallas, class winner at Houston, Chad Brown, second place this last time at Austin. So very memorable bears there out of that Sal. And the two blues, those are Kingdom Man on a Here I Am. That Sal's a litter mate to the Champion Blue we had there at Austin 2 times ago, and then as well as a class winner we had this last time. I think a pair of them that are very different in type and kind probably. The more white one, he did have a couple of blue dots kind of spot up there on the trip here, but I would think one that could be managed very easily. I've got pretty high hopes on both those. If you got any questions, just reach us out in the back. Again, thanks to Luke and Fallon and the whole Lindner crew for having us out. If you need anything, just let us know.
Thank you, Luke and Fallon, for having us out again this year. We're going to start off with the predominantly white bear here, the black-headed deal. He'd be a smoke another on a Shug Sow. Then the belted one here would be tag a 118. He'd be a Quite Frankly on an actual Shug Sow. Those two Shug Sows would be litter mates, and their litter mate sister would be the mother that raised the reserve cross at San Antonio last year. Exceptional females that always produce. The mother to the belted one there would have had the 5th overall light cross at the Elite last year, and then that Paisley Fulton would have showed a blue one out of her last year that was extremely good. And then the black-headed one
that mother would have raised a 4th and 5th at Austin last year. They were in the same class, and they ended up right next to each other there. And then the Berkshire there, he'd be tag number 117, I believe. He'd be top it off on a family jewel sow. That family jewel sow I had gotten from Russell about 2 years ago. She would have raised top 5 bear there at Fort Worth last year. I believe there was 2 champion and reserve champions at a county show down here, and then a 4th place at Houston. So I think these hogs are some of our best. If y'all have any questions, we'll be in the back. Thank y'all.
Okay, this is RB2 Showpigs here in Kerrville. Ryan and Bobby Balzer kind of feel like a small minnow in a big pond here, but brought 2 good bears to you. One's a tag 122, that's a 13 litter. So these would be out of littermate sows. The grandmother would have been class winner in 2019. Great grandmother would have won the state fair in 2016, Grand Supreme at State Fair. So the tag 122, the 13.5, he'd be bred Set the Curve. That would be Set the Curve, Cornerstone, Clydesdale, No Brainer, Load 'em Up. The tag 123 would be Bury My Bones, Cornerstone, Clydesdale, No Brainer, Load 'em Up. The 123, I think he has 3 shots of Bomb Squad, 5 shots of Bomb Squad's mother, and 4 shots of Attention's mother in that pedigree, so he's really lined up. The mama, the 13s, had a good litter of 22s last year. That would have been the Phelps family, and Harper showed a bear and a gilt out of that thing. All the jackpots, they were never less than first. Got to San Antonio, missed 1 spot out of the sale. But study them, come and see us. Again, Luke, thanks for inviting us.
Alrighty, this will be a pair from Empty Heart Livestock. Just want to say thanks to Luke and Fallon and Jason and the whole crew for having us out. We brought a pair of them here that we're very proud of. The leadoff will be the Dirty Burke there. That's tag 124. That thing's going to be a dig deep Waterberg or a double red Waterberg sow. So that sow would have been a litter mate to the reserve Burke bear at Fort Worth that the Lindner crew had this year. And then she, as a show gilt for us, was, I believe, 7th at Texas Elite in the Dark Crosses. Both these litters are very deep. There's a litter mate to that Dirty Burke and the Duroc at the Alliance as well. The Duroc will be tag 125. That Duroc pedigree is kind of one we've been working on for a while. 4 generations deep. We raised all those females, and so that'll be a Squirrel, Grandmaster, Masterpiece. Squirrel will be a Creation Son at Wintex there. And then that Grandmaster and Masterpiece sows both were class winners at Texas Elite. The Masterpiece sow was also a class winner at San Antonio. And again, just all those females behind that one have got along very, very well, and we're very proud of both of these. So the Dirty Burke will be tag 124. The Duroc will be tag 125. If you have any questions, just hit us up in the back. And again, just want to say thanks to the Lindner crew and everybody for coming out. Appreciate it.
I'm with 4F. Thanks for Luke and Colin for always having us. Brought a pair of 13 litter barrows to you. These will be Snafu on Secret Society on Dirty Secret's aunt. The sow we called Sharon, affectionately called Sharon at the farm. We bought her bred from Lackey a few years ago. She raised our very popular 2022 Austin class winner, as well as the Mulenoff gilt that won a pile of jackpots at the Expo in 2020. Sharon's littermate sister also raised Tylee Price's champion Dark Cross at San Antonio in 2021. Really love these 2 barrows and want to get them some good homes, good feeders. Think they'd be great at San Antonio. Thank you.
These three would be Stork Livestock consignments. The solid white one, tag 130, we're going to start with. That'd be a smoke, which would be the white boar that Lackey sold at King's last year. Mother would be a first-time gilt. That'd be a spread the word V40 Kirby. We would have bought her from Cozart. I guess her mother would have originated here at Luke's. Thought that was a pretty neat one for the white breed. The red one in the center would be tagged 131. That is a statement day, bury my bones, deal with it. A little smaller, skinnier, not quite as bloomy as some, but I think for that breed and where we're at, that's probably right on track there, maturity-wise. But one we like quite a bit out of that litter. We'll round out with the blue-necked one. That'd be a smoke cracker. That's another first-time gilt, one we bought from Heimer last year. Did a really good job. Really deep litter there as well. So that one is a double crip for anybody wondering. But that's our consignments. If you need anything, holler at us, and we'll help you all we can.
All rise.
This is our Brockman Farms consignment and the only one we brought. And as always, thanks to Luke and Fallon and Jason and the whole Lindner crew for allowing us to be a part of this event. This is tag 133. He's a daylight, my intention. Kingpin, my intention's aunt. So first litter gilt that has had a very, very good start for us. She was the 4th overall gilt at Georgia. Grandmother here had the Reserve Division 2 at San Antonio last year and the Reserve Heavy Hamp at Houston last year. I really like this pig. We sold his sister online yesterday for $52.50. I think this one feeds about anywhere you want to, February or March. And we were gracious enough, or lucky enough, to have the Reserve Grand Bear at San Antonio sell here a couple of years ago. He was built a lot like this one, so stout and rugged, and take him where you want to. Thanks, Luke.
All right, guys, that concludes the preview, guys. Again, bidder numbers over here to my left. Food truck, drinks over here to my right. 7:30, rattle the gates. We're going to kick this off at 7:30. First pig in the ring. See you then.